Guys, so in today's video I'm gonna be doing another fill on this hand. So I've had these nails, or rather this nail design, on for 2 weeks. As you can see, I do have growth there, just a little bit of growth there on my nails, but I've had the actual nails for 5 weeks. This is the 5th week that I've had these nails. As you can see, I do have growth there. So my nails grow with the skin attached to them, literally. I don't know if this condition is the reason why my nails don't grow as fast. I don't know, but some people at 5 weeks, their growth is literally like out of this world. So my growth isn't as, you know, you wouldn't tell that I've had these nails on for 5 weeks, but this design I've had for 2 weeks, and I thought it's time for me to remove them and do another fill. It's cold, so I'm starting to struggle with long nails, because when my fingers are frozen and long nails and oof. But I'm gonna do that. I think my next fill, I really just want to see how long I can go with these nails, with just fills. Really, I want to see how long I can go. Maybe my next design will be shorter nails. I might have to file down to there, but anyway, let's not worry about that. For now, let me remove these nails. I really want to do a planet nail design. I've had this idea for a while now, but I'll show you. Hopefully it turns out as good as it looks in my head. Hey guys, so this is future me, voiceover me, or whatever me, but basically I am doing a voiceover and I have a journal prompt in front of me. The last video that I did, which was the weave design on press-ons, I did a voiceover where I showed I pulled out a journal prompt from Pinterest, and I mean, that video will be posted in about a month from now, like editing me now. I'm actually doing this voiceover on the 17th of June, and I don't have the feedback as yet regarding the voiceover, if you guys enjoy the journal prompt. So should you guys suggest something for me, just expect it to be implemented in about a month from now, like in general, because I usually have like 3 to 8 videos in advance, especially now that my schedule has changed completely to when I started my YouTube channel. So I try to have videos in advance. So if you guys give me advice and you don't see me implement it immediately, it's because I've already pre-filmed some videos and they're already scheduled for a certain date. So don't be offended, you know what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna put up the picture that I'm gonna be using for today's voiceover as journal prompts. And if you guys want to participate, please do so. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section of your answer to the journal prompts. I'm very interested to read your answers, or to know about you in general. Right, so I'm done filing these. I'm not sure if I really need a proper fill. Actually, I do need it, but I'm just lazy. Should I not? Let me use a ball bit to clean up those cuticles, then I'll decide afterwards. I definitely need a nail fill. I'm just being lazy, so I'm just gonna get the acrylic and fill my nails. I was just being lazy, just thinking I wouldn't need that. I mean, on my thumb it looks like I don't. It's not that bad, but here definitely. So let me wash my hands and do a nail fill. Right, I'm gonna go in with this primer before I actually start doing the fill. So I'm just gonna prime. I don't think I'm gonna need acrylic for my thumb. It's not that bad, but I'll just do it anyway. It's fine. But I'm gonna go in with primer on all my nails. I can't believe I've actually had these nails for 5 weeks. I've never had nails last this long. Usually within the first week they're already popping off. So it looks like I am doing something right. My application is getting better, and I mean, I'm doing the same thing that I used to do back then. I just feel like maybe I'm doing it right. I don't know, but I used to wipe primer after applying it. I don't know why, but yeah, my nails have lasted, guys. The fact that I've been changing designs on designs on designs is actually quite crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna be doing planet nails. After the press-ons that I did from my last video, I realized that I had these, and I was like, whoa, I can't believe I had these. I filmed for these. These were supposed to be St. Patrick's, for St. Patrick's, but I ended up not even editing this video because a lot was happening around that time of my life, and I just deleted the video altogether. But I was like, maybe I'll just wear these with this, because a lot of them are bubbling up. I don't know if you can tell, like I don't know how to explain it. The gel is peeling basically. But yeah, I'll wear these. So I was like, let me do planet nails, because I just saw this planet charm, and I feel like I did these nails in a hurry because I just wanted to have something to post, and it was just a lot. I just remember that time of my life. But anyway, neither here nor there. Anyway, as I do my fill, I'm just gonna listen to something, so I'm probably gonna have to do a voiceover. I just edited my video for my press-ons, and I did a voiceover for those. So I can't really say I would know the feedback if you guys like these journal prompts as voiceovers, because that video hasn't dropped yet. But I'm gonna do another video prompt, journal prompt, for this video. What are those black spots? Is that glitter? Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna do another journal prompt as a voiceover for this video. It's probably gonna be like that for the next few videos, but yeah, I just want to listen to something and just relax. I enjoy doing nails in silence now. It's so crazy. Alright, before I even get into the journal prompts, please don't mind me like using the minimalist, I don't know if that is a word, but the smallest amount of monomer. I was really lazy to add more monomer, especially because I would have to encapsulate afterwards, and usually when I encapsulate I have to add new monomer so that my acrylic isn't my clear acrylic doesn't have any color with it. But if you look at my nails, you guys, they have two-toned, and the darker tone, they are two-toned rather, and the darker tone is because of the clear acrylic, and that is the clear acrylic I'm trying to use up. Yeah, because it's been yellowing basically. So even though I use new acrylic for, new monomer, clean monomer for my clear acrylic, it still yellows. So yeah, that was the reason why I was just so lazy to just add more monomer into the damping dish. But anyway, on to the questions. I'm gonna put the picture up again, just in case you missed the first parts of when I put the picture up of the questions that I'm going to be answering. So basically I just went through the questions, but not in detail. I just scanned through them and then I just saved the picture. I'm like, okay, I don't want to think about the answers. I want to answer them like the first thing that comes to mind when I do this voiceover. So I didn't really go through them, but I did look at some of the questions to see if there would be something I'd be interested to answer. So question number 1 says, if you are in a bad mood, do you prefer to be alone or be with someone to cheer you up? I think I've mentioned this in my other video, the pink and black. Yes, the pink and black. When I was anxious and all of that, I did mention that when I'm not in a good mood, I prefer to be alone. I just want to sort things out myself. I just want to go through it on my own and, listen to myself basically. So I just feel like I am a different person altogether when I'm with another person, and I prefer not to, let another person go through that. I'd rather have you, experience the same me. I know I'm not always going to be bubbly. I'm not always going to be fun or whatever. I'm human, but I'd rather you experience the positive me when you're around me. But it's so funny how, as much as I want to be alone when I'm going through stuff, like when I end up being around people, they cheer me up, and as much as that is not what I gravitate towards when I'm in a bad mood, it does help. I have seen it work for me that, the people around me or the person around me cheers me up, and then next thing I forget that I'm in a bad mood. Because yeah, man, when you're in a bad mood, you can spiral down into a dark hole, and that's something that you don't want to go through, because you could end up in a in a dark place, and I would know that. So yeah, I just prefer being on my own when I'm going through stuff in general, not just when I'm in a bad mood, also when I'm going through life basically. So question number 2, who is one person you tell everything to? My mom. I tell my mom everything. I mean everything, but that's in inverted commas. There are certain things that I want to tell her, but I have to remember that she's my mom, and maybe those are the things that I'll tell my friends. But for the most part, I tell my mom every single thing. She's my friend, she's my best friend, but some things I'm just like, yeah, and I have to remember that she's my mom, so I can't really tell her that, But like I said, 99% of the stuff that I tell everything to is to my mom. That didn't make sense, but you know what I meant. Anyway, question 3 is, what kind of parent do you think you'd be? I feel bad for wanting to say what I want to say. Okay, let me not sugarcoat. The first thing that came to my mind was, I don't even think I'm going to be a parent. So I'm not even thinking of the kind of person or kind of parent I'm going to be. But I don't want to put it out there, because what if in the future I would want to be a parent? Right now, I'm not thinking about it. For the longest time, I didn't think about it. Only last year, when I was in a very good relationship, that's when I started thinking about marriage and kids. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. We broke off. I mean, rather, he moved back to his home country, whatever. But he was a good man, Okay, I'm derailing. Right now, I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that question. But what the point I wanted to make about me suddenly thinking about marriage and kids is the fact that I started to be curious. I'm just curious to see what I can produce, I'm just kind of curious, like, to see the kind of baby I would have, like, in terms of looks, personality and stuff. But that is a huge commitment, and I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm patient enough. I never had growing up, I didn't want to have babies. I feel like for some part, I think it will take the right person to make me think in that direction. And I know it's possible, because I did think about that last year. When I was in the relationship that I was in, I was like, okay, it has to take the right person to make you feel like you would want to have kids, or you would want to be married, But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what kind of a parent I would be. I really don't know. I can't imagine it. No, I can't give you the answer for that. Anyway, question 4, have you ever lost someone close to you? I have. And it wasn't by death. It's just losing a person, like your relationship fades, and that is the most painful? Okay, I can't say most painful because I feel like the people closest to me, I would regard as closest to me that I've lost. I haven't lost anyone through death like that. Yes, I've lost people, but I don't think there were people that I can say that were really, really close to me that I still wake up and think about them and miss them. I mean, I did lose my gran, but I wasn't really close to her. I was still young. I just wish she was still here, because I feel like she was a good person. And yeah, I'm just curious how our relationship was going to be. And there's an aunt of mine that I keep talking about that I've lost, but I was young. Like literally, I have a connection with her for some reason, and it just turns out that there's something spiritual there, So to some extent, I just feel like I miss her because I feel like we would have been close. So she and my grandmother, my late grandmother, I feel like those are the people I feel like I've lost through death, but I didn't really have enough time to experience with them. And for some reason, I miss them. Like I just wish I could have had more time with them because I feel like we would have had a good relationship. But in terms of losing someone very close to me, yes, I've lost people. I've lost a best friend. We grew apart. It was the hardest thing to deal with because to this day I still talk about him as my best friend. It's crazy, but we grew apart. There was no beef there, no bad blood, nothing. We just grew apart. And I feel like that is the most painful loss you can ever go through because you're losing someone who is still alive, who could be a phone call away, or you just miss them basically, and you're just like, wow, So yes, I've lost someone close to me. And as a Scorpio, as a deep feeler, you can imagine some people, I just sometimes wish I was like those people who can, lose people or just move on so quickly without thinking too much about it, or just not caring. But I do care. I really do care. It might look like I don't, and I know like a lot of readings and stuff about Scorpios just outline Scorpios as devils and stuff, but we are such babies. We are crybabies. We are soft. We might act tough only because that could be a defense mechanism, and I think I did say that in my last video, but truly we are really soft. We are lovers. We care, but anyway, I'm derailing. Another one. Favorite holiday and why? Okay, I really can't answer that. I feel like I haven't... I feel like to some extent, I feel like I haven't really explored much in life. So, I don't have an answer for that. And it saddens me because I'm just like, there's so many things I really want to do. And at my age, I'm just like, yeah, I didn't think life would turn out the way it did for me, but it did. So it's okay. Not gonna beat myself up for it, but I can't really answer that. I really can't answer that because I feel like growing up, my cousins and everyone else, my friends and stuff, I'd have people visit me and I wouldn't visit them. It was always like, no, we're going to Kanye's house. It was always like that growing up for me. So yeah, we always had a lot of people at my house, but I never really got to visit anyone. I feel like the trips that I would go to, like, maybe going to Sun City, Gold Reef City, these fun places, usually it was because of school. I never really got to do that a lot. Also because I'm introverted, I think I don't know. I limit myself. I'm aware of that. My friends tell me that a lot because they could invite me to a place and I would just feel like, I really don't want to go. So it's partly my fault. And I'm just like, well, the most part is my fault because I'm just like, I don't give myself time to explore. And it's so funny because when I do agree to, go to outings or whatever, I end up really enjoying it. And I'm like, wow, I should do this more often. But then when I get home, I'm just like, oof, nah. Like the next time, it's always a struggle to get me out of the house. My friends would know that. It got to a point where my friends know not to invite me, you know, and no bad blood there. It's just the way it is. I'm introverted. I enjoy being at home. I enjoy solo dates. I enjoy these small things, like, you know, I'd rather go on a solo date, I don't know, than going to the club or whatever, you know. And I'm not, you know, insinuating anything negative towards the people who like to do that, but I just don't, it's not my vibe, you know. So yeah, favorite holiday, I can't really say, because I feel like I haven't really experienced as much for me to even say that, to even answer that. So it's kind of sad, but it's the truth. Let's just be honest. How long is the longest you had feelings for someone? I don't know. I can't answer that. But what I can say is that if I have feelings for someone, I will show them that I have feelings and then see if they would do anything about them. You know, when you just show that you're interested, you know, when they want to hang out, you want to hang out, or you just show it. I don't know how to explain it. I just show it. And then if you're not making any advances, I'm like, okay, maybe they're not interested. But I'm trying to think, because I feel like deep inside, I probably have told someone that I like them. But I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I told someone and then I wasn't confident that they felt the same way about me, kind of thing. But I don't know how long I've had feelings for someone. I don't want to derail because I'm just going to spill a lot of tea. I'm a talker, I just realized, but it's so funny. I'm an introverted ambivert because I've got both traits. I can be an extrovert, you know, around people I'm really close to, but I'm mostly introverted. You see, I just derailed again. But anyway, would you rather go to the movies or watch movies at home? Either. At this point, either. I'd rather watch movies at home because I love the comfort of my own house. I can get everything that, you know, you get in the movies, like popcorn, slushy drinks, whatever. I can get that at home. But there are times where I feel like I actually want to watch this at the movies. So I'd say 50-50. Either, you know. And then what was the best phase of your life? The best phase of my life, I'd say childhood. Not because it was, I don't know. I just say childhood because I didn't have bills to pay. I didn't worry about half of the things I'm worrying about now as a young adult. So yeah, childhood was the best because I feel like for the most part, I thought my life would be set because, you know, we were taught to get good grades in school and your life would be set. But that was a lie. That was a lie. Such lies. Like, I don't know why they teach kids that, you know. I keep telling my friends the same thing. I'm like, I grew up believing that my life is set because I got good grades. I listened to elders. I respected everyone. And I believe that to some extent that is good traits to have. Not to some extent. Those are good traits to have, right? Respecting others, respecting elders and all of that. But good grades for your life to be set? Guys, I don't even want to comment on that. But yes, my childhood, I think that was the best phase of my life because I just felt like everything was going well. Until I got to varsity and I was like, oof, wow, life isn't what I thought, you know. So yeah. And then what was that I read. Last movie that made you cry. The last movie that made me cry. Oh, I haven't watched movies in a long time. But the first movie that came to mind was Me Before You. Also because that is my favorite movie. So I don't even remember if that was the last movie I watched. But that movie makes me cry. Yeah, it makes me cry all the time. And it's mostly, I don't know, yeah, I just love it. If you haven't watched it, watch it. I love Me Before You. And then, what are the things you value the most in someone? Honesty. If you're an honest person, we can go a long way. We can go a long way. We can make good friends. If you're a partner, literally, I have no reason to be insecure. I feel like I'm also that kind of person. Like, until you give me a reason to not trust you or to just be uneasy around you, I won't be. I give people the benefit of the doubt. So honesty is the best thing that you could show about yourself. Like, literally, I love honest people, because there's nothing as great as knowing that, you know, my secret is safe with this person. But for the most part, I do share secrets with friends or my mom, but for the most part, I keep things to myself, because you know what they say, the best secret is kept between 3 people with the other 2 dead. So that is what it is. And then, what do you care the most about? That's a vague question. Like, this could be answered in terms of generally, but what is general? Like, what do I care most about? I care about, you know, honesty. But then when you talk about, I don't know. I really don't know. This is a very vague question. I think if it was specified towards like something specific, like what do I care most about when it comes to the workspace, then maybe I would answer that. Or maybe when it comes to relationships, you know, whether they're platonic or not. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. And then the next question is, have you ever broke someone's heart? Oh yes, I have. It wasn't intentional. I had to choose myself at the moment, and I did. And it hurts. You know, it sucks sometimes when you have to put yourself first, but a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. Like, when you're in a situation when you feel like I am stretching myself too much, whether it's in a friendship or family relationship, like any platonic or non-platonic or romantic relationships rather, you know, if you feel like you're stretching yourself a lot, and I know you shouldn't be looking at any relationship you have with anyone as transactional, like what am I getting out of this? But if you get to a point where you start to feel like it's just one-sided, you have to choose yourself. And that is something I had to learn the hard way, because to some extent you would say I'm a people pleaser, because I protect your feelings. I would rather me get hurt than me hurting you. But yeah, at some point, man, I just had to choose myself, and I've broken someone's heart. And yeah, the things that they say to me, like, you know, the curses and everything, it just exposed who they really are to the core. And I'm like, okay, if you can say that about someone that you professed your love for, and now you're saying all these things, it makes me wonder if you really did love me, you know? Yeah, like, I'm talking any kind of relationship. Like, any kind of relationship. I'm not even talking just romantic. So yes, I've broken people's hearts, or rather someone's heart in this case. Has your heart ever been broken? Oh, child. My heart has been broken. Yes, it has. I thought it had, you know, growing up, until it was really broken. And I was like, oh, okay, all those years that I thought my heart was broken, losing a best friend and all of that. No. Now my heart is broken. I realize how psychological your heart, like getting your heart broken, is, because yeah, like, you just don't function well. You don't function well. I had never experienced that kind of heartbreak before. I remember asking my mom for painkillers. I still tell my friends, like, I still remind my friends of the story. I'm like, do you remember how much my heart was broken, to the point where I really wanted painkillers to stop the pain? I really wanted the pain to go away. So, I mean, I laugh about it now, but it was really bad. It was so bad. I really wanted to numb the pain, and I just didn't know how. Ugh. It's not nice. It's not nice. So yes, I've gotten my heart broken. Would you ever marry someone for their money? For their money? I mean, if my mental health isn't affected in the relationship, then yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think my mental health comes first, especially for a person who has had some mental health, experiences, not so good experiences in the past. Like, oh child, I'd rather, if for their money, I would, if they are good for my mental health. If they are egotistical and all the wrong things, then they can stay with their money. No, so yeah, it's a yes and no, but mostly, please, let's focus on the mental health. I'd rather be okay in the head and I don't want to say struggling, because I don't want to speak struggle into my life, but I'd rather be mentally in a good place and not as rich, rather than being rich and just suffering, because I'll die sooner anyway. If I'm rich and I'm rich because I married a rich person and I'm not happy, I could fall into that dark place, and I know how bad that is, and that could make me die sooner. So I don't want that. I want to live. I want to experience. So yeah, no, I don't know. That's an in-between. But money is essential too. So you'll just, whatever. What's the worst advice you've ever been given? Sure. This is a hard one because, yeah, I feel like usually when I get a bad advice, I don't follow it. Unless, okay, maybe in this case, I mean, one that you followed and then you realize that it was a bad advice. I don't know. I really block out things that are bad. I think I've mentioned this in my previous video too. I block out things that I don't like. If you've wronged me, I'll probably remember when I see you, because I've got a mind of an elephant, but a memory of an elephant rather. But generally, I block out things that I don't like, so I don't remember much stuff. I remember at some point I was just worried about my memory, but I realized that it could be a coping mechanism for me, to block out things that are unfavorable or that were not good. It helps me to cope in life rather than holding grudges. I don't remember, so I don't know what the worst advice that I've ever been given was. Oh wait, let me think. Corporate, because corporate was an experience. Being in corporate was an experience. Okay, I don't know. I can't think of one right now. But the best advice you've ever been given was to do what I want to do. I don't know who gave me that advice. I think it's just, maybe on the internet, something I've read. But for once, I feel like, as a middle child, and I'm putting in middle child here because middle children have, attention abundant, not abundant, but attention. They feel like they lack attention, like they don't get much attention from their parents or whoever. But as a person who has always done things for herself, I was also a person who made sure that within me doing things for myself, I do not step on other people's toes. And by other people's toes, I'm talking about like, I don't know how to put this in proper. Okay, so whilst I was independent growing up, I still made sure that I did what my parents wanted me to do, But yeah, growing up, you just realize that, no, this is my life. Yes, you brought me here, but this is my life. I want to do this. And yeah, for once in my life, I did that this year. And I feel good. And I think that has opened a huge door for me to carry on doing what I want without worrying about what the next person would think or how this person would look at me and say, no. Just do what you want to do. Just follow your heart. It's your life. I don't want to be in my deathbed and one day and just feeling like I should have taken that, because I do have that moment. In fact, I do have a situation that I can look back and say, I wish I would have taken that, and I'm just wondering how my life would have been had I taken that opportunity. And I'm still young to even say that, you know. So I think because of that, I was just like, I don't ever want to experience this again. So I will go for whatever I want to go for, and we'll figure everything out in the future. Whether it works out or not, at least I know that it didn't work out, rather than what if, what could have happened, you know. So yes, that is the best advice I've gotten or was given, and I don't remember who gave it to me, and a part of me really feels like I saw this on social media or something, because I follow people that are inspiring to me. I mean, I may follow people I like, you know, people who do nails and stuff, but chances are they're muted, and the motivational people are the, you know, people that I see when I get into my feed, because I don't like going into like Instagram or something and then logging off feeling like, oh, what am I doing? Like feeling like, why did I even go on the app? So yes, I keep the people that I want to see on my feed. I keep them there, and then I mute everyone else, because some people get offended when you don't follow them back. So I do that. I'll give you a follow, but doesn't necessarily mean I'll follow your content. Right, so this is how the final nails look like. I did try to remove these parts of the nails, but I couldn't, and I really didn't want to file it. I've had an incident where I wanted to file a nail and it just went south, so I just left it like that. My middle finger isn't my favorite. I tried to put the planet there. It's crooked, but you know what? I tried to save it. So I think with all the nails all together, it doesn't look too bad. But on its own, child, I don't like it. But anyway, I'm going to go on with my cuticle oil from Shein. I would like to know what you think about these nails. I did try put stickers on. Yeah, but that I just felt like it wasn't. Yeah, they weren't looking good with the nails, you know. Anyway, let me know what you think about these nails in general. How do you think I could have improved the set? If you're still watching this far, please leave any galaxy emoji to let me know. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, honey, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.